Hey, welcome back to Bass Dad. I'm Jeff, and today we're taking a look at the Hyanka SKP-D12M dual 12-inch car subwoofer enclosure kit. That is a mouthful. This package includes dual 12-inch subwoofers, a mono amplifier, and a complete entire wiring kit, making it an all-in-one solution for anyone looking to upgrade their car's audio system without spending a fortune. The subwoofers are rated at 1200 watts peak power and 400 watts RMS. Aiming to deliver solid bass performance, they feature injection molded polypropylene cones, butyl rubber surrounds. Those are materials that are commonly used to balance durability and sound quality. The enclosure is built from a 3/5 inch MDF wood. The included amplifier offers a 0 to 12 dB bass boost, giving you some extra control over your bass output. At a price of around $298, this kit is positioned as a budget-friendly way to add bass to your vehicle. In this video, we're going to go over the build quality, take a look at what you get in the box, and see what this setup is really capable of. So let's get into it.
Heavy is the crown when you look around and wonder who you can trust or not. How many really want what you got? Now you're in the throne, but you're all alone.
Now, let's take a closer look at the subwoofers included in this kit, and let's go over their specs. Hyanka includes a pair of 12-inch subwoofers in this setup, each rated at 1200 watts peak and 400 watts RMS. The cones are made from injection molded polypropylene, which is a common material found in budget-friendly subs because it's lightweight, durable, and resistant to moisture. It may not be what you find in a high-end competition subwoofer, but for an entry-level system, it makes total sense. The surrounds are butyl rubber, which helps with the longevity and flexibility, allowing for smooth cone movement while resisting wear over time. The subs are housed in a vented MDF enclosure with a bottom-firing arrow port design. The porting setup is meant to improve low-frequency response, helping these subs hit lower bass notes more effectively than a sealed box would. So, on paper, the setup checks the boxes for an affordable all-in-one system, but of course, we'll see how it performs later in the video. Now, let's take a look at this amplifier that's included in this kit. This is a monoblock amplifier designed to power the dual 12-inch subwoofers included in the package. Hyanka doesn't list a ton of detailed specs on this amp, but from what we do know, it's rated at 400 watts RMS, which matches the RMS rating of the subwoofers. It has a built-in bass boost control, adjustable from 0 to 12 dB. It includes a low-pass filter, letting you fine-tune the cutoff frequency. It supports speaker-level inputs, which means you can wire it directly to your factory head unit if you need to. This amp is designed as a simple plug-and-play solution, making it easy for beginners to install without worrying about mismatching power ratings. But as always, we'll put it to the test to see how it actually holds up. All right, this is the box it arrived in. I don't know exactly how much it weighs. It felt like about 50 pounds. It was in good shape when it got here. They sent it via Amazon. It's double boxed and it's got these corner stabilizers, so I feel pretty good about the shipping. Like, I don't feel like it would get damaged under too many circumstances. Inside of it has a second box, which just shows all the different things that are in it: the amplifier, the wiring kit, the subwoofers in the box. Then it's got some ratings and stuff over here. You can see we've got a peak power rating. Historically, those usually aren't accurate. We'll see if it is on this one, but kind of be shocked. Everything was packaged really nicely though, looked good. Here we have the amplifier and the wiring kit, and then we've got the subwoofers outside the box, and the box looks really good. I really like it. All right, so we got the amplifier, and here's the manual. They both say Cetus on them, and I looked that up, and it means whale or sea monster, and it's from Latin. It's a Latin word from Greek mythology. I'm not real sure why they would have that on there. All right, so we got some RCA cables there. Nothing special. They look like, you know, what you see in most of these little kits. Wiring loom, keep the wires from getting too hot. Various different ends you'll need to hook all that stuff up. Got an 8-gauge ground wire. I'm guessing it's CCA. Got some speaker wire there. It's like 16 gauge maybe. little remote wire, the power wire, also 8 gauge, and a fuse block. So all that comes with it. We're gonna look inside this amplifier, see what's in there. There wasn't a lot of information on this amplifier. It just said it came with an amplifier. And here we go. We've got a bass knob. It's a plastic bass knob. I've seen this bass knob several times on lower cost amplifiers. You can see it's plastic. The knob, the wire doesn't even come out of the back, but it does come with one. And as inexpensive as this thing is, it's just kind of wild that it even comes with one. The amplifier is packed really well. You can see it's got a couple of styrofoam things on the side, plus it's wrapped. It's got some mounting screws in there for the feet. And we've got pretty normal stuff on each side. Gain, phase shift, subsonic, low pass, and bass boosts on one side. You've got some RCA jacks there. Then we've got some ground remote power terminals on that side. It's got screw down terminals on it, which they're not my favorite. They're just not my favorite. All right, we've got this Hyanka box here with these two 12-inch subwoofers in it. The box itself looks really nice. It does have their branding all over it, which isn't my favorite, but it's not my favorite from any company. It's not just Hyanka. I don't blame them for taking that chance to put their branding all over it. That's what they all do. I'm not going to take the subwoofers out today. I don't know what they are or anything. We'll check them out and see what they sound like. I do like the enclosure though, as far as what you get for the money. It looks like a pretty solid enclosure. It's heavy. It's got the port in the middle. This part looks like what you'd get for this kind of money, or maybe even a little better than what you should get. So let's check them out and see how they sound. Four ohm uncertified test. $182 watts at 4 ohms uncertified. This amplifier is only rated at 4 ohms bridged, so that's all we're going to test it at. 4 ohms bridged. 4 ohms bridged dynamic. $223 watts, not a lot of dynamic headroom. This amp was rated for 400 watts RMS, so didn't quite make it. Let's take a look at our Seek thermal camera. You can see that we getting really too hot, about 105, 106. We didn't have it playing that long though, but I guess it did okay. Let's take a look at those subwoofers too, just to see if the coils got pretty hot on them. They got warm, but nothing crazy. Looking at about 90 degrees on each one, so not too terrible. I put this amp on the bench to see if I could hit that 400 watt RMS rating, and in my testing, it topped out at around 223 watts dynamically and around 170 watts uncertified. So while it does work, it doesn't quite deliver on its advertised numbers. Now, at around $250 for a full bass setup, it's one of the cheapest ways to get everything in one box. But just keep in mind that the power ratings on the amp are, let's just say, optimistic. It's labeled as a 1200 watt peak with 400 watts RMS rating, but as we've seen, the real world numbers are quite a bit lower. If you're newer to car audio, this is something to watch out for. Peak numbers don't tell the full story, and what really matters is the RMS power, which is the actual sustained output. That said, Hyanka does offer some beefier amps if you step up a little in price, and I'd be interested in testing some of their more powerful models just to see how they stack up. This one may not have hit the numbers, but I know they've got stronger gear in their lineup, and I have to say, working with them has been one of the smoothest experiences I've had in a while. They were easy to deal with, quick to respond, and didn't make this process complicated at all. So I'd be happy to check out more of what they offer. Now, I'll admit, when I saw the price on the setup, I did wonder if there was a trick to it. And well, the trick just might be in those power ratings. But hey, If you're looking for an entry-level kit that gets you everything in one box, this still may work for you. Let me know what you think in the comments. Would you still run this amp, or would you think the power rating should be more realistic? And if you want to see me test some more budget-friendly amps like this, be sure to subscribe. YouTube's recommending another video right here, so go check that out, and I'll see you over there.